Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I am up Dartmouth Park, West Bromwich, to visit the Jubilee coal mine and the Sandwell Colliery coal mine. This is the location of where Jubilee mine would have been. Opened in, I'll put the dates in, I believe it was 1911, built in 1897, and coal was withdrawn from 1914. Now that way is the old tramway that started here. It was powered by chains and an old steam locomotive that was based here somewhere that pulled the cart along to our final destination today, which will be on the Birmingham Canal, but we'll get there later. So in the meantime, I'm going to do a time lapse towards the only remaining structure that is here at the moment, and that's the colliery baths. Well, I'll see you there. Okay, this is the old Jubilee Colliery bath site. I'll take some pictures, but we'll quickly show you what I've seen over here. This building was obviously a lot bigger than what it was. As you can see, there's some tiles there on the floor. So there's another part of the building here. So this is the only thing that remains of Jubilee Colliery. Is this old bathhouse. It is now, as you can see, a sailing club. So I'll quickly have a look around it. So this was built roughly at the same time as Jubilee Colliery, so this has been here for at least 120, if not 130 years. There are no signs saying what it was, not that I can see. But according to history books and online, this is definitely the old bathhouse. That's all that remains of it today. Get out the sun. As you can see there was some extra part of the building that's been ripped down, and what that part was I shall never know. Maybe water storage, who knows. So now we'll move on. So the tramway would have run along all this and up here. You can see where the tracks used to be. They've now covered it with tarmac. You can see the boating lake where they will practice with the boats. And just over there, in fact if I can zoom in, there we go. That is the site of the Sandwell sawmill that was here at the same time, and quite possibly utilised the same track as the coal. Well, I'm going to do time lapse up to where we can see some remains of the track and footbridges, so you can get an idea of how the trams would have gone along here. Again, they were chain driven all the way along this track. So that's like some impressive feat of engineering there. But they was gone at about 5 miles an hour, which is about walking speed. And you'll see what we'll come to in a bit. So, time for a time lapse. Right, I've stopped the, excuse the background noise, I'm right next to the motorway, but I've stopped the time lapse. The track bed would have come through this way, over there. You can see it's quite overgrown and muddy. I've already been over there, there's nothing to see. So instead, we'll have a look at what we can see and what is in situ. So, again, pretty muddy here. So, you can see where the tramway used to go. Here's one of the footbridges. And I believe that is part of the old fencing that used to be here. And we can match that up with this. There you go. So, still there 120 years later. How about that? As you can see, it's quite overgrown there. So, absolutely no chance of getting through it. But here is one of the bridges, the footbridges. So the tramway would have come straight through here. Flooded, but no matter. I've got boots on. So let's go through. You can see where the tree's fallen across where the tram track used to be. There's the other side. It looks like there's a bit of a big crack there. But considering it's been there for 120 years, maybe 130, it's in pretty good condition. Well, I'll continue on the track bed in a moment as it carries on that way. It is actually there, going that way. But another little relic. I'll quickly show you this. I'm not sure why it was built or why even it's here. Maybe an old gatehouse, or for old gates, maybe. Who knows? That's a new path, and the old tramway used to run literally parallel to it. I don't know, I will find some remnants of the tramway. Sorry for the background noise. So I'll have to go this way. Just so as I can get through to the old track. You can see where it used to run down there. Long since overgrown. And here you can see first part of the remnants of the old fencing that protected this trackway, not only from trespassers but from thieves. So this is one part of fencing that still exists. You can see it comes around this side as well. There probably would have been another one this side, but it's all gone now. So yeah, there's a part of the old fencing. There were parts of it covered as well, again for trespassers and to prevent the coal from being stolen. So that's what that is, an old fence. Here you go to another footbridge, which has a fallen tree across it. The bridge being long gone. Let's see if we can access it on this side. Probably not, no. Lots changed in this park over the years, and no, not going to get to it. That's a shame. And again, just in front of me, you'll see more of the old fencing. Again, it's on this side of the track. That would stop trespassers and even the odd thief trying to steal all the coal. How about that? Old fencing. So let's go through this. Actually, we'll go this side, see if there's a way up that side, just so as you can see the old footbridge. And I'll take it to the end of the track. You can see there where the old bridges, there's a tree growing out the middle of the thing. It doesn't look like it's accessible. Let's have a look anyway, just in case. Yes. And yeah, well, there you go. How about that? And as I say, there's that big tree growing out in the middle of the bridge. So back to the tramway. Under that. There you go. And again, there's another part of the old fencing here. Look how the rust has eaten away at that. How about that? And that's the last part of fencing that still exists. 130 years ago it was built. It's still there. Define time. So we'll go to the, well, I'll go to the end of the track now. Where this tramway used to run. There'll be some pictures at the end of this video of how all these places used to look. Some places I couldn't see. There is more fencing there, look. How about that? So there's a lot more fencing here than what I thought. There you go. And this ran all the way along at one point of the tramway. And there's a bit more. Now you can see the tree is actually growing around this one. Let's see if we can get some of this out of the way. There you go. And that tree is actually grown around it and consumed the fence. There's not much left of it, but the trees literally swallowed the fencing whole. How about that? So there is a concrete post there, I'll just see. Well, that was before. So this is literally as far as you can go now on this disused track. So you can see more fencing collapsed over there. And the tramway would have continued on up that way. Unfortunately, as you can see, it's overgrown and all of it has been redeveloped over time. So it would have come across from there, carried on. This has all been redeveloped in recent history, and it would have carried on going that way along there. and then that would have followed this incline exactly. So what I'm going to have to do is cut filming, and then I'll join you right at the top. Okay, so what was going up the incline, the tramway would have run along here, but of course it's all been redeveloped. But I've come across this, I've seen this. I've never seen this before. Is this an old drain? Indeed it is. Yeah, it's an old drain. Oh. Yeah, it's an old drain. But I've never seen that before in my entire life. It seems to be draining water from that way. Mind you, the plains are flooded, so yeah, interesting little thing there I found. Like I said, I've never seen that before. Right, on with the tramway. So up there, just where those joggers are passing, would have been where the tramway went. So I'll come around and show you. We've gone there roughly where that man and dog walker is, and it would have come across. We come across all across there and through there into this trees. Now there's only this public footpath that I can walk on, and I'll try and get as close to the pathway as possible. So rather than bore you with the entire trip, I'll cut to some time lapse, unless I find some relics of the old tramway. So cue the time lapse. So the tramway would have followed this tree line all the way along. But unfortunately this is a golf course and this is a public footpath that leads around it. So I'm going to have to follow the public footpath. Hello, does it matter? No. Let's follow the tramway. There's no one playing golf. So let's have a look over here. I doubt if there's anything that's I don't think there's anything going to be left here, to be fair. As you can quite clearly see, it's all overgrown quite badly, but this is where the tramway would have gone. So we'll do another time lapse. And someone's lost a golf ball. So I'll do a time lapse and meet you up where the tunnel used to be. I'll go. Okay, so walk along this path towards the golf club, and I've seen this. This could be possible remnants of the old tramway. Looks like an old mast of some sort that's collapsed. In fact, yes, I believe it is. So I shall show you why in a moment. But this is some sort of structure that was here and it's collapsed, and there's another one there. Yeah, this is another part of it. So look at that, there's one there, looks like it was part of the fencing that used to be here, and there's another one further along just there in the distance. So yeah, this is all part of the old tramway, and I say that with confidence because you can see this is an embankment leading to the exact tramway. So all this would have been either part of fencing or the roof structure that the history books are referring to. Sorry for the background noise, they're right next to the motorway. But yeah, this all ties in. Look at all the rust on there. So this has got to be the old tramway right there, exactly where it should be. Well, I'm going to get some photos and I'll join you up the tunnel. So here I am where the tramway continues, and it would have ended, well not ended, would have come to here where the portal of the tunnel would have been. Now this has all been redeveloped and raised ground, so the tunnel will be a few hundred yards beneath my feet right now, and it will have continued for about 300 to 400 yards to the other side of Birmingham New Road. The tunnel went underneath the entrance to Sandwell Manor. So what I'll do now is going to show you where the exit of the tunnel would have been and where it ran in parallel with the entrance to Sandwell Manor Park. Okay, this junction here is roughly where the other tunnel portal would have been. Again, once all been redeveloped, so wherever remains of the tunnel is now buried beneath my feet. Now if we wait for the traffic, you can see the old entranceway to Dartmouth Manor House, long been destroyed, which once sat on the ruins of Sandwell Priory, which I've already done in a previous video. And apparently this entranceway is also haunted. So the tramway would have continued on. Again, apologies for the noise, it is quite a noisy roundabout and dual carriageway. But the tramway would have carried on down there, all the way to the end. And I'll show you that on the next roundabout where the tramway would have continued. Another tramway. Looks like. Another tramway to make note of is this one on Colliery Road, and this used to be Sandwell Colliery, the main pithead that delivered coal to the, not only the canal but to rail and to road. Now this used to be an old tramway leading to the main colliery. It also doubled as a transport tramway that also led to canal, which joined on to the one in Jubilee Park, Jubilee Colliery, sorry. So a quick time lapse down Colliery Road and see what remains of what once was a bustling colliery. Okay, we're closing in now and where the old coal mine was. This here to the left of me, it states in the 1900s OS map that this was a reservoir, completely overgrown and completely inaccessible. Okay, so we are approaching the overbridge where the tramway would have gone. I was going to have a look at the reservoir, but they have completely fenced it all off. Completely all gone. So this would have run what was at the time the old steam trains, and you can see there that's where the tramway used to carry on, although on our maps it is somewhere else. I will show you, and carried on and joined the steam track, and the tracks would have gone from Birmingham to Wolverhampton to deliver the coal. Now at one point this is more open than what it is now. Unfortunately they've closed quite large sections of it, mainly because of that mast. But let's see what we can see. And there is this as well, which is a power station, I believe. I'm not interested in that. I'm not accessing the site, so it doesn't matter. So you can see the tarmac where part of the factory would have been, and of course completely inaccessible now, all closed off. You used to be able to go right across here. This here, where these trucks are and trailers are, is where Sandwell Colliery once stood. It was a truck stop back in the day when I was a young lad, and you could walk straight across and out, which I would have done, but now it's completely all locked off and inaccessible. So I do have pictures of this bridge. And in fact you can see there remnants of what may have been either part of an old building or a sign. But there you go, must have been a sign, look, because there's part there been cut and part there, so something, maybe signage was there at one point. So that's another interesting thing to find. The other thing, I'm going to have to go down and have a look around the bottom part, but you can see a lot of people have been drinking, and you can see there an old water sewage pipe or drainage pipe. So I'll do, and there's a remnant there, look, an old pole that's been cut just there, about that. So what I'll do is I'll go down the bottom and then walk you down to where the OS maps show where this once was. And I've just seen some more structure points there. Just there, one there, and another part block there. And this reminds me of the old pictures where I've seen. I'll try and get to it if I can, but it looks a bit too steep, so what I'll do. So, according to some of the books, I'll have another look. The tramway used to also come down here, or even railway track. I'll double check it, but I don't think so, because this has definitely got a curb and this is a roadway, so chances are it's been repurposed over the years. Down here there was once, yes, there's the remains of it. It's an old building, or part of the old building that's still there, look, brick building. Now I remember as a kid going up here and playing inside what was an old building, but as you can clearly see they filled it in. That's all that remains of that. Apart from this retaining wall, as you can clearly see, this is the other side of it there. Look, there's a brick wall for it. So all this was accessible at one point, and I've just backfilled the lorry. Suppose it was for safety reasons at the end of the day, but there you go. So apart from this retaining wall here and this one, there's nothing left of the colliery. What we'll do is go the other side of this bridge just to confirm something I think I've seen. That's interesting. So yes, we'll have a look at this, see if it is remains of a structure or not. Okay, you can see part of the old sleepers there. Oh look, I couldn't see what I was looking for, so the photograph I've got of a bridge is obviously the next one down no longer exists. And how on earth, I can see it, there you go, how on earth does a hubcap get down here? Alright. So I'll continue on to where the OS maps show where the tramway did exit to. I believe this was mainly just a road, side road, that could access the trams. Maybe it's a tramway and it's been repurposed sometime in the 60s when the beaching axe fell on most of this country. So we'll see. Let's go and have a look. You can see the new trams are repurposing the old track bed. So I'll meet you down the bottom. Okay, so this is roughly the location of where the OS maps from 1900, and I shall put it up here. Shows where the tramway used to join the old steam railway, roughly here. So of course all being redeveloped, so any signs of the tramway existing has long gone. There is another retaining wall here, so this is probably where it joined on, just by this retaining wall here, and went that way and rejoined the colliery back down there. So we'll rejoin the Jubilee coal mine tramway where we left off at the tunnel. I'll show you where it continued to its ultimate end at the canal. So right at the top there is where the tunnel for the Jubilee tramway would have exited and come all the way down this road and gone this way, straight across this roundabout. It would then cross Roebuck Lane, which no longer exists. Well, part of it doesn't exist where it went. And the tramway would have continued where that red car has just gone and that white van. It would have continued down that way and then across Roebuck Lane. So I'll get to there and I'll show you that. So while the road's quiet, just before the bridge where you can see the Armco barrier is where the tramway would have crossed this road. Right, so 3, 2, 1. So there you go, the tramway would cross there, as you've just seen, but that was before this dual carriageway existed. So it would have crossed here to Roebuck Lane. Only parts of Roebuck Lane remain in place, other parts have been cut off where a dual carriageway now stands, and of course this DPD, and that is Roebuck Lane going up there, or what used to be, is now a footpath. And the tramways would have met just past there. Now going in a straight line across DPD, roughly where the race part is now, towards the left of it, just towards the left of the race part of DPD, would be where the tramway went to meet the canal. And I can think you'll all agree that is quite a journey for an unmanned tramway powered by a single steam engine, later in life an electric one, and someone's disguised their transit van as the 18 van. Not quite. So what I'll do now, save you the boredom of walking all this, we'll get to the final destination of where the coal chutes used to be and the tramway ended, loading the coal down through the coal chutes. Right, get there. Okay, so now we're on the last leg of the journey of the Jubilee coal mine and Sandwell Colliery, or Jubilee Colliery and Sandwell Colliery. I was just looking at that part of the old canal there. Just wondering if there's any of that old rail left along there. I highly doubt it though. Again, all been redeveloped over the years. You can see remnants of the retaining brick wall. You can see where the slope used to be. I'll still put some pictures in. And here is where the coal chute. Yeah. And here is where the coal chutes once stood. Now there is a building here. Let's see if I can find out any information regarding this one. What it was. What it was used for. There's archways there. A few of them. 4. Maybe this was the old pump house. Or an old pumping station, maybe. I know the Wall Street one is a bit further down. I don't know. I'll see if I can find any information on that building. But yeah, this is where the coal chutes once stood. You can see a picture of it there. Again, I wonder if there's any track left over there. Now, the actor David Suchet did launch a campaign back when Sandwell Council wanted to demolish these chutes. But as you can clearly see, it failed. Sandwell Council said that they were too unsafe to remain in situ. But you can see what they look like. I'll put some pictures in at the end so you can see what the old conveyor belt system looked like, the tramway system. But yeah, that's the entire history of the Jubilee Colliery and Sandwell Colliery. 2 main pits that have been lost to the annals of time. And again, you can see there's part of the slope there where tracks from the tramway would have run, and the conveyor belt would have gone to the top there and dropped coal down into the chutes, which would then load up the boats, and off they went. Right, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, take care. More videos to come, pending the weather, and hopefully it'll hold up. And I can see over there, I'll have to take some photos, some remnants of the old trackway, so I'll have to put those photos in. So it looks like there are parts left, but there is a canal separating us, so I'll get some photos. Right, catch you on the next one, and bye for now.